Coming up on Cedar Valley today, a local volunteer has been recognized for her decade of service.
Pastor Ramona Bizard impacts lives through God.
And we'll be taking a look at a friendship that goes beyond Wartburg athletics. This is Cedar Valley Today. Good morning and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Sam Sides.
And I'm Melissa Edwards.
The Bremer County Sheriff's Office wants to remind everyone to have a fun and safe St. Patrick's Day weekend. Plan ahead and find a ride home if you're going to be drinking this weekend. And if you don't plan ahead, there is another option for you to avoid drinking and driving this holiday weekend. Budweiser and AAA have teamed up to offer the Tow to Go program. If you call 855-2TOW-2GO, a AAA tow truck will come and pick you up and take you and your car somewhere safe within a 10-mile radius. This service is free and available for both AAA members and non-members. It's available today through 6 o'clock this Sunday morning.
Have a good time, but at the same time, let's be responsible and get, ahead of the game by either getting a ride, plan ahead and, have someone arrange to pick you up or find an alternate way home, if you're going to be out drinking a lot.
After more than a decade of service, a volunteer in the Waverly community has won the 2016 Outstanding Volunteer of the Year Award from the Waverly-Shell Rock Area United Way. Cedar Valley Today's Kaylin Thompson has the story.
Every week over the past decade, Veronica Egley walks into the Waverly's Chamber of Commerce office, sits at the front desk, and volunteers. Her days are busy with stuffing envelopes, answering phones, and becoming a staple in the office.
I get more out of it, I think, sometimes than I give. And they're just such a good group of people. I can cry at the drop of a hat, so I have to be careful.
That's why it was no question for Executive Director Travis Tolliver to nominate Egley for the 2016 Volunteer of the Year Award.
She's really ingrained herself as a part of the fabric of Waverly, and I think that's really what endeared me to fill out the nomination form and submit her as a possible candidate for this award.
When she arrived at the banquet, Egley didn't even know she was nominated for an award, let alone the winner.
So we were asked not to say anything to her, and in order for it to be quite a surprise. And so I told her that I'd like to have all the staff from the chamber go because the chamber was going to be recognized. I just didn't tell her how they were going to be recognized.
I was totally shocked. I mean, I thought, that's not me. I had no idea at all.
Egley says she's fortunate for all the relationships she's made through the chamber and plans to keep volunteering there as long as she can.
I dread the day when I can no longer volunteer.
Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Kaylin Thompson.
Veronica says when she's not at the Chamber's office, she's volunteering at the Salvation Army, Redeemer Lutheran Church, or playing bridge with friends. Congrats to Veronica. And now we go to Sam, who's taking a look at your local weather. Sam?
Thanks, Alyssa. Well, on this St. Patrick's Day, it's finally going to start looking a little bit more like spring out there. You see, going to be a high of 53 degrees today. That's a lot warmer than we've been seeing recently. It was in the negatives when I was walking to work on Wednesday morning. It's going to be a little bit more chilly tomorrow, 45 degrees, partly sunny. But look at Sunday. It's going to be nearly 60 degrees, and it's going to stay into that upper 50s range in through Monday. So we could be saying goodbye to a lot of that snow that's currently on the ground by the end of this weekend.
Wartburg's Alliance is hosting their 11th annual drag show, and they are bringing back the 80s. The show is in Newman Auditorium tomorrow from 8 to 10 p.m. You can buy your tickets in advance for $2 with a student ID, or it is $5 at the door. For more information and sign-ups to perform to go, visit wartburg.edu/alliance. All ages are welcome to attend.
Wartburg College has two campus pastors. Tyler French caught up with one of them, Pastor Brian Beckstrom, last week. And earlier this week, I got the chance to get to know the other one just a little bit better.
Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen.
If you ever make your way to the Wartburg Chapel on a Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday morning, you'll always find Pastor Ramona Buzard.
I'm going to ask you to stand. It's the last time you'll stand for a while, so don't complain.
The most recent recipient of the Outstanding Faculty and Staff Award, Pastor Ramona has several different duties here at Wartburg, including her pastoral duties, some administrative work, teaching classes, and being the dean of the chapel. But she says that the best thing about it is her relationships with the students.
In terms of energy that I get from the work that I do, it would be from the students, hearing their questions, having theological conversations with them, learning about their lives, doing accompaniment, counseling, spiritual direction, talk about vocation. I mean, that's what kind of juices me for the work.
Even from the moment you first set foot on campus, Pastor Ramona will always be there to greet you with a smile. Religion student Sierra Maston can attest to that.
I came to college a little bit early for my job, and I came to the chapel one day and I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around and it was her, and she introduced herself right away and instantly asked if I could have coffee with her. And she just instantly was wanting to be a part of my life. And so it was really easy to get acquainted to college when I had such a supportive person wanting to help me and wanting to talk to me and wanting to just help me be the best person that I could be right away.
Whatever the case may be, Pastor Ramona is always willing to help you out. So if you ever need your day brightened, you know where to find her. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Sam Stites.
A new version of That Tale as Old as Time hits theaters this weekend. CNN's David Daniel talked with the stars and filed this report from Hollywood.
Emma Watson and Dan Stevens star in Beauty and the Beast, a live-action take on the Oscar-winning animated film. Why remake a beloved classic?
You know, it's a great and classic fairy tale, and I think the magical thing about fairy tales is that they bear the retelling by each generation.
I mean, it was definitely a yay for me because I was completely obsessed with the original when I was growing up.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined.
I was like, you know, what are we gonna add? What is gonna make remaking it worth doing?
Hello.
You can talk.
Well, of course. It's all he ever does.
I thought, well, of course they want to try and reimagine it because they now have the technology to do it in live action form. Why not? Why not go to that frontier?
For such musical theater veterans as Audra McDonald, Josh Gad, and Luke Evans, it was a special joy.
It was a gift of a role for both of us. I think we both, coming from musical theater and loving it as much as we do.
We were 10 and 12 when this movie came out. We saw it in the theater. We were the generation that was inspired by this, you know, renaissance, this Disney renaissance.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Beauty and the Beast is the 5th live-action Disney remake. The next will be Mulan and is set to come out in November 2018.
Art Museum Interaction is now just a smartphone tap away. CNN's Karen Kafa looks at the Washington art exhibit that's sweeping social media feeds.
At 11 a.m. on a weekday morning in Washington, visitors are queued up at the Smithsonian's Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Garden. The big draw, not the works of a fresh up-and-comer, and mostly off the wall.
It really is this idea of infinity in its full three-dimensionality that you see in the infinity mirror rooms that makes this exhibition so special.
Fueling record Hirshhorn crowds are the mirrored walls of a handful of small so-called infinity rooms where visitors spend less than a minute. The artist Yayoi Kusama. At 11 a.m. on a weekday morning in Washington, visitors are queued up at the Smithsonian's Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Garden. The big draw, not the works of a fresh up-and-comer, and mostly off the wall.
It really is this idea of infinity in its full three-dimensionality that you see in the infinity mirror rooms that makes this exhibition so special.
Fueling record Hirshhorn crowds are the mirrored walls of a handful of small so-called infinity rooms where visitors spend less than a minute. The artist, Yayoi Kusama, is nearly 88 years old. Her lifelong struggles with anxiety and hallucinations channeled into decades of works defined by repetition, patterns like polka dots and her beloved pumpkins to infinity. And more than 50 years after the first version of this peep show-esque work titled Love Forever, another element of infinity for Kusama. The museum's Infinite Kusama hashtag has reached more than 35 million social feeds thanks to the art's Instagram-friendly colors and vibe.
And I can put it anywhere I want.
This is the obliteration room, which throws out that old museum notion of look but don't touch and says look but do touch, and encourages visitors to leave a lasting artistic impression.
These walls, this furniture, all of this was once a stark white. Today, visitors place colored dots as they please. Hirshhorn Museum Director Melissa Chu says Kusama's interactive concepts show an artist ahead of her time.
Even though Kusama's been making these kinds of works since the mid-1960s, I think it's today, in 2017, that actually people are fully understanding them.
But to fully understand Kusama, Chu says it's still key among selfies and hashtags and snaps to have a private connection with the art too.
Just for a moment, if we're able to put down our cell phones and actually experience something in almost a meditative way, I think that that's what people take away from this, that there's just this moment in which there's a common ground, there's a universality of experience, that we are, to use Kusama's words, one tiny speck within the cosmos.
A different concept of an image gone viral. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Got a friendship between 3 Wartburg students. Stick around.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. Our whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Thanks.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Three Wartburg softball players have a relationship that goes beyond college. For a few of the Wartburg softball players, getting back on the field brings back some old memories. Cedar Valley Today's Josh Voigt has more.
For juniors Katie and Christy Summer, as well as sophomore Madison Rentschler, the softball field has many memories. The Wartburg numbers 12, 13 and 14 have been playing the sport together for a number of years, as all 3 attended Linn-Mar High School. All 3 agreed that having someone they knew when they arrived at college was helpful in getting their careers underway.
It was really good having someone there through this new experience of higher level of softball, and also just having that teammate with you all the time was really nice.
Rentschler is 1 grade below the Summer Twins and says that when she arrived, the pair were very helpful in getting her comfortable.
The transition from high school to college is definitely a really big one. So like coming in and knowing that like these two will like have my back and take care of me and like kind of show me the ways really made it a lot easier transition for me.
All three agreed that playing at college is very different to how it was playing in high school, but still all feel that they support each other well and are looking forward to another successful season together. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Josh Voigt.
The UNI women's basketball will be taking to the court today in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Starkville, Mississippi. The trip to the tournament got off to a rough start for the Panthers as they dealt with the flight delays and cancellations. The team eventually got to Mississippi State University and are preparing for today's game. They will be playing the DePaul Blue Demons in first round action. UNI earned an at-large bid to the tournament after losing the Mississippi Valley Conference Tournament Championship to in-state rival Drake. Tip-off time is for 11 a.m.
Waterloo Bucks are looking for families to host players during the upcoming 2017 baseball season. Interested families can find out more information by contacting Bucks General Manager Dan Corbin at 319-232-0500 or by visiting waterloobucks.com.
Next, we'll be looking at what's trending in the Cedar Valley area.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid. A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close. I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us. But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words. These are not my words. These are not my words.
Here's what's trending in the Cedar Valley. The Waterloo Blackhawks will travel to Madison today before hosting Chicago Steel on Saturday night at 7 p.m. After Saturday's game, there will be a jersey auction to benefit Iowa Heartland Habitat for Humanity Restore. The 23rd annual UNI Dome Antique and Vintage Market in Cedar Falls starts today and goes until Sunday. More than 150 vendors will be presenting at Iowa's largest indoor antique and vintage market. Admission is $8. The market is open from 4 to 9 p.m. today, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Student Senate is holding their annual semi-formal tonight. This year's theme is Dancing Through the Decades. There will be some snacks available, including a chocolate fountain. The dance is from 7 to 9:30 tonight at the Prairie Links Event Center. The event is free to students. The fifth-seeded Iowa State Cyclones advanced to the second round of the NCAA tournament last night, beating Nevada by a score of 84-73. This happened on the back of the Monte Morris, who nearly had a double-double with 19 points and 8 rebounds. The Cyclones will play Purdue tomorrow night at 8:40 p.m. Now, what does the weather look like, Sam?
Well, it's looking a little bit warmer than we've been seeing recently. To start off, you see the temperature at 9 a.m. That's just coming right around the corner. It's going to stick around into the 30s, but look at how it progresses throughout the day. By 3 p.m., it should be around 50 degrees. Then it, of course, is going to dip back down into the 40s, but it's going to stay there with a high of 40 degrees around 9 p.m. We're going to take a look at the 7-day forecast now. As we mentioned today, the high is around 53. Saturday, it's going to be a little bit more chilly, 45 degrees. But look at Sunday going into Monday. Going to be nice and warm in the 50s in there. It's going to go down a little bit into the 40s, and there's a chance for some precipitation come Thursday with a high of 41 degrees. Well, after the break, we'll have a special St. Patrick's Day interview. Stick around.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Yeah, you look at me.
I
like
look
we're
at
having
you.
a
That would be good to
conversation.
know. Okay.
For this special holiday, we have a dish that will make your friends green with envy. Joining us today is Mary Lyman on behalf of the Cedar Falls Women's Club. Tonight they will be hosting their annual Mulligan's Stew Dinner. Thank you for joining us, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
Why does the Women's Club host the event every year?
This is one of the major events that we host, and our purpose is to raise money, like most events are, and we provide scholarships for music students to go to camp in the summer, and also provide funding for various organizations in the community.
Okay, and what other events do you guys host then?
We have a Belgian waffle breakfast in May, we have a luncheon in April, a chili supper in November. We have a stand in the summertime at Sturgis Falls Days for lemon shake-ups. We offer bingo to the community, and we're part of the Christmas celebration in downtown Cedar Falls.
Okay, and how many years have you guys been doing the Mulligan Stew?
We've been doing this about 10 years. It's one of the opportunities for members to come together, not only to have a good time, but to do a great project.
Okay, and so here today we have a setup as to what it will look like tonight.
That's right.
And so besides the stew, what else will you guys be having?
Okay, we have what are called Irish Fever biscuits. We have Luck of the Irish Jello, and we also have a Blarney Stone cupcake that goes with that. And then beverages will be water, coffee, or milk, and you can also have a green beer if you'd like to purchase one, or wine.
And can people show up to the event without having a ticket or anything?
Oh,
or
absolutely. Just come to the clubhouse. We're located at 304 Clay Street, across from Overman Park in Cedar Falls. We start at 5 o'clock, and you can come right to the door, pick up a ticket there.
Okay, and what makes people want to come back every year?
Oh, it tastes really good. It's fun. We're decorated to the hilt for St. Patty's Day, so that makes it fun. And the people who participate just like to have a good time, listen to Irish music, and enjoy some good food together.
Okay, and how do you guys make this stew? Like, what's the process behind that?
Oh, we have a whole crew of workers who do that. We have choppers and we have bakers. We have people who do meat and so on and so forth. So they're generally about, maybe 8 to 10 people working on this project, starting early on yesterday and today. And they all get together in the kitchen and the dining room, start prepping. In fact, this was prepared yesterday. It's on deck for tonight.
Awesome. And so with the biscuits and everything else, how much of that stuff do you guys have to make then for tonight?
We, let's see, the cupcakes or cake are made in-house. The Jell-O is made in-house, and by the way, that will be in the shape of a shamrock, but I didn't get that done. This is made in-house, and then we purchase the biscuits.
Okay, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mary, for joining us again.
Oh, yes.
So the event is tonight, will be hosted tonight from 5 to 7, correct?
It is 5 to 7, and the cost is $9, and that's for adults, and children under 12 are $4.
Okay, well, thank you, and we'll be right back after the break.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid. A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close. I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us. But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words. These are not my words. These are not my words.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Cheerios is taking a stand to try and stop the decrease in bees, and they are doing this by going green. Cheerios is featuring its Honey Nut Cheerios mascot Buzz in an effort to boost global bee populations. The company, partnering with VZ's Seeds, is pledging to send out 100 million wildflower seeds. Anyone interested in helping with the hashtag #BringBackTheBee campaign can sign up on the Cheerios website to receive 100 free seeds. Recipients are asked to plant them in a bee-friendly area.
Today's top stories were: a Waverly Chamber volunteer was recognized for a decade of service. Wartburg Chapel pastor Ramona Bizard has a love for God and teaching students. And 3 Wartburg softball players have a long friendship history. So Sam, how are you feeling about March Madness?
Not gonna lie, a little bit disappointing of a day yesterday. There was only one upset, which I did call, by the way. I've had some pretty good luck calling upsets in the past years, and my bracket is actually a little off because like everyone who was supposed to win won. So yeah.
Well, Sam,
hopefully there's gonna be more. Iowa State won. That's good. Thank you for watching Cedar Valley Today.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for more Cedar Valley Today content. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, Cedar Valley.